I am excited to announce the launch of the next Philosophy Portal course, focused on Hegel's Philosophy of Right, a text which represents Hegel's most mature political notion of rights. The course starts May 18th, 2024. To find out more, visit philosophyportal.online. In this video, we will be outlining the stakes for teaching this text. Scientists today are trying to define a science of life without free will. That is a science based on a deterministic metaphysics, irrespective of reductionism and emergentism. However, the problem with this deterministic metaphysics is that it is not drawn from or inspired by the real study of socio-political systems. Hegel, in contrast, attempted to develop a science of right for the absolutely free will, which was based on a metaphysics that draws from and is inspired by the actual mechanics of world spirit applied to both society and politics. Hegel's science of right explores three dimensions of will. The first is the will as direct and immediate, what he will often refer to as instinctual will and an abstract right. We can think about this as the expression of impulse, without any reflective mediation on the level of concrete reality. The second is will as contrasted with the world. That is the way one's immediate direct will or instinctual impulse is contrasted with the way of the world, or more accurately, the will of the world. Here we find a brutal tension that opens our will to questions and problems of morality. Finally, we have the ethical unity of the two, the immediate will and the world will, the positive result of their tension. In the positive result of their tension, what Hegel will refer to as the ethical system, we find four further dimensions that require exploration in the philosophy of right. The first dimension is the family. That is, the immediate will and the will of the world are resolved into the long-term mediation of sexual love and biosocial reproduction. The second is the civic community, or local organizations that make the foundation of one's basic life world extend beyond the immediate intimate family. The third is the state, which Hegel claims is responsible for the gigantic union between individual independence and universal substance. Today we need to philosophically rethink this gigantic union, as the complexity of the world and the resulting tensions it produces have become completely disorienting. Finally, the fourth dimension is what Hegel calls world spirit, as the space of absolute freedom in the interrelation between states. This space of world spirit as the space of absolute freedom is also the space where we can find ourselves in actual conflicts, tragedies, and catastrophes, which shape the whole of human spirit. All the more reason to think through its nature. All of these analyses of the science of right are organized around the concept of rights as lawful freedoms, not just on the level of the individual, but on the level of the individual all the way through family, civic community, the state, and world spirit. Here, for Hegel, we find an enormous tension between free thought and the state, which is of course still a constant source of drama today. In this tension between free thought and the state, Hegel focuses first on the problem of evil consciousness, which Hegel states exhibits its greatest self-seeking and vanity when it speaks of community and nation. Today we are more and more under the threat of people who claim to speak on behalf of a greater whole, but who are actually only looking out for their self-interest. From here, Hegel brings our attention to the self-will, and specifically the self-will's demand for freedom in the present, in the aforementioned tension between the immediacy of will and the world will, which bursts the ethical system of family, community, state, and world spirit. For Hegel, these demands for freedom were first expressed in the legacy of Martin Luther's Protestant Reformation. But this, Hegel claims, was only done in feeling, and has yet to be raised to the concept, which orients all of Hegel's philosophy of logic. Finally, Hegel focuses on the science of right, as establishing a positive right in law over authority of feelings, inclinations, and caprice. This science of right thus focuses on the mediation of instinctual impulse towards free will, It is perhaps this dimension of Hegel's philosophy that is so sorely missed in the general scientific discussions about the nature of free will. The course will run through May and June of 2024, and the first class starts May 18th. The course will include 5 lectures that cover the book in its entirety, as well as open discussion spaces to sense-make the meaning of this book for political problems today. I, Hegel'S, will be your instructor, and will be teaching the book in the context of Philosophy Portal's previous explorations of Hegel's foundational work. There will also be exegetical reading spaces led by Dimitri Kroimans, a philosopher who has been with Philosophy Portal from the beginning. Kroimans will be leading in-depth reading and reflection groups so that we can further sense-make this text in relationship to our political present. If you join, you not only get access to the course materials for life, but also the opportunity to creatively engage this text. As is a principle for Philosophy Portal, we will be encouraging your creative contributions. We will host a conference, as well as an anthology process, that will open us to hopefully raising the philosophical concept for our moment. For previous conferences and anthologies produced by past Philosophy Portal students, see the Conference and Anthology tab on Philosophy Portal's website. I will again emphasize that scientists today continue to obfuscate the problem of free will as a political problem, and this obfuscation is problematic insofar as it ignores the dimension of the mediation of world spirit. That is why Philosophy Portal is committed to learning Hegel's philosophy of right, and specifically his science of right, as it may give us the key to better understanding the absolutely free will, as a result of the mediation of the tension between instinctual impulse and the way of the world. Class starts May 18th. To learn more, visit philosophyportal.online, and I hope you join us on the other side.